What's up, everybody? On a Podcast Now Plus, I'm Alex, and this video I want to talk about the EA Remaster game. Now, funny enough, we literally talked about this yesterday on Podcast Now. We talked about, okay, we know that they're going to have I guess, a mystery. In fact, I think that's what they referred to it as, a mystery, like a HD title being remastered, and they announced that in their fiscal report. Okay, that was 2 days ago. Now, after that video went up, and I guess as yesterday went on, rumor has it from VentureBeat that it is in fact Mass Effect, that there is going to be a Mass Effect trilogy, and that is the remastered game that they're talking about, that it's scheduled to release before May of 2021. Now, I don't know if that's because they did their fiscal report, and so literally they're referring to all games from this May to next May. I don't think that's necessarily actually how it works, because sometimes they're quarterly, and in terms of like annual kind of things. We'll have to see. I know yesterday on Podcast Now, right, we talked a lot about how this would be awesome to have as a fall kind of game, right? There's a lot of games that we assume will come out in the fall. There's obviously going to be a ton of surprises there, but I can't think really of that many. I mean, obviously there are going to be quite a few brand new things we've never seen before, but to have like a Mass Effect, all three of these games, being able to play them once again, but remastered, and also, again, with next gen, if you could have a cross-generation thing going on, being able to play it on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, that would be absolutely awesome. And in fact, I believe also ever since that happened, EA said in that same report that they see it, or that they are planning on having their games be those next-gen upgrades. If you buy their game on current gen, you get the next-gen version. Now, they talked about it in general. They didn't talk about it as smart delivery that's going to have, which is Microsoft's version, right, for Xbox Series X, that's going to have smart delivery. So if you buy on Xbox One, you get on the Series X. It could have been referring to that. In fact, I think partially it was referring to that. But I hope, I guess in my heart, I really just hope that they're also talking about PlayStation, because PlayStation obviously hasn't announced it yet, but it would be really, really great for Sony to say, hey, we're doing the same thing. And then for all these publishers to basically, you can make it a whole lot easier on yourselves, right? These publishers can come out and say, all right, if you get the game on PS4 and Xbox One, you'll also get the game on PS5 and Xbox Series X, no problems, at all, which would be awesome, because honestly, it could release at any time. You get it on current gen, you could upgrade it to next gen when you eventually get it. This is exciting. It's exactly what I said yesterday. I love Mass Effect 2. I love Mass Effect 3. I love Mass Effect 2 the most, obviously, like we've said, and like the world has said, right? 3 had some problems, particularly at the end. I actually liked, the lead up of 3 for the most part. 1 I've never played, so to be able to have a trilogy, to be able to play all 3 of these games remastered yet again, because I never really got I feel like I got the full experience. I think Mass Effect 2 is when a lot of people jumped in, and as that is kind of the case with a lot of these trilogies, a lot of these remasters, where sometimes you get people that maybe just completely neglected one of the games in the trilogy, or not even necessarily a trilogy, right? If you remaster whatever property it is, sometimes you get that. Sometimes you get people that never really gave one of them the time of day, and then all of a sudden it gets the time of day, and people fall in love with it. So I think it's a really, really good deal. Now, again, this is from one place. Only one place has said that, hey, it is actually Mass Effect. So they could just be making it up. It could be somebody, whoever literally talked about it, whoever wrote the story or leaked it or whatever. It could just be on their wish list, right? They want it. We've talked about it. It could be Dead Space. It could be Knights of the Old Republic. EA has a lot of these games. Again, though, no matter what, it is good news, because we're going to be getting something very, very soon, right? We know their live show is going to be June 11th, right, where they're going to announce a bunch of new things. So that's so I would imagine, unless it's that May 12th game, which I don't see why it would be, right? I have no idea what that May 12th game is going to be. I feel like I don't want to expect it to be like a big game, because then when it comes out, or when May 12th rolls along, and then it's some like really small like indie thing, or some studio that maybe we've forgotten about or never heard of, and they announce the game, I don't want to be let down. I don't want to think, hey, it's Batman, or hey, it's Mass Effect Remaster would actually be kind of a smaller one too, right? If you did that wouldn't necessarily be the biggest thing to have its own game reveal. I feel like this is something that we're gonna have to wait till June 11th, when EA eventually when they have their thing, and they'll announce it there. Whether or not it comes out this year, like I said yesterday, I feel like that's a good idea. I feel like that would be where I would try and aim it as. I don't really see why it wouldn't be a fall game. And I guess to my credit, and to the hope that it can still happen, it literally has to happen before next May. So yeah, it could be a next spring kind of thing. Possible, right? February, March, April. That's a very good period for games normally. But if they could get it out in this fall period, maybe they don't want to. Maybe they feel like there's going to be too many games kind of fighting, for consumers with next gen and also just on current gen. But I would personally, I would like it. I would like it as soon as possible. But obviously, whenever it happens, even if it's not Mass Effect, if it is Dead Space, if it is Knights of the Old Republic, I would buy any of those. Mass Effect has always been on the top of my list, and I'm glad to see. And again, we know from other leaks, other rumors that this is something that they want to do. Makes sense that it would be, kind of connected, or we could look to that for this. So I think it's very, very likely. I get it. It's only one place that said it, so that makes it a little bit more sketchy. But I'll say I believe it. So let me know in the comments below, though, guys. Do you believe it? Do you think this game is Mass Effect? Do you think it's some other game? Let me know when you think it's going to come out. All those things, let me know in the comments. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed. Have that bell icon turned on. I do a new video on this channel every single day. We're going to be talking about Inside Xbox, whatever happens on Inside Xbox today, literally later today. We'll be having videos tomorrow, and throughout the weekend, I'll probably be doing stuff, having videos on whatever we see later today, okay? Can't wait. Very, very excited. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.